So for adding the functionality for our show button, what I'm going to do, let's go to our Exit Automation Reporting Systems project and let's stop the execution. And here what I'm going to do, I will add a few line of code again. So I'm just going to add a method, and this method is going to be called as btn show underscore click. Actually, it is going to have a few line of code which is very interesting. It's something like this. So it is going to get all the search functionality right here. So the S from date, S to date, and the N test cycle ID and the username. You can see that these fields are actually nothing but these guys, the test cycle ID, the name search, and the date search. So all these things are going to be coming up right here into this particular fields. And then you can see that we are actually making use of our very handy sp underscore get filter data. Remember, this is the stored procedure that we wrote in our previous video or the previous section of this particular course, the sp underscore get filter data. We're going to make use of that guy this time. So what is this particular stored procedure doing? You can actually see using sp underscore help text, and you can see what is this, sp underscore get filter data. I'm going to execute this because if it is too long, we'll surely forget what the particular implementation of that particular code. You can see it actually gets the test cycle ID if you pass it, and then it will return you the particular value. And if you give the executed by, again it will return you the value. If you give the from date and to date, it will return those values alone. So it is kind of very interesting stored procedure. So how to execute this? Exec sp underscore get filter data, and here you can pass anything. And let's say the test cycle ID, if I want to search for 105, and if I execute this, you can see that it is returning me the 105 value. And let's say if I give the executed by as 108, execute this, there is nothing. And the reason is because we don't have any field or record for that particular test cycle ID. So I'm going to make use of that. So this is what is happening using this particular stored procedure, right? So everything is okay, everything is cool. And now if I try to execute this particular code, you can actually see that the search functionality will not happen. And the reason is because I will tell you why once the code is being executed. So if I go to the test cycle ID, and if I give 105, and if I hit show, nothing will happen. And the reason is because we did not call this particular event handler in our UI or the code behind of the ASPX file, or the code of the ASPX file, not the code behind. So it is available in the code behind, but we did not hook that particular code into our actual caller, which is nothing but the btn show. So we have to add a code called as onClick btn show click. And now if I try to execute this code and let's say 105, hit show, there we go. Our search functionality is also working right now. You can see that I can search 105, I can search 106, I can search 101, everything worked like charm. So our search functionality is also working. So this is how you can make use of our stored procedure to perform a lot of operation instead of you writing in our C# code in the ASPX to perform these kinds of logical operations like verifying if that particular value exists or not. That's why in Exit Automation Reporting System, we were insisting to write everything into stored procedures, because the stored procedure is very simple and it performs all the logical kind of operations for you right into the database, instead of you putting into the trouble of writing all those codes into the C# and then performing or retrieving that particular value. So it is very simple for you right now, right? So that's it, guys. So this is how you can make use of your search functionality and you can perform the rest of operation. So the next video will add the last 2 more changes to perform or show the detailed report. With that, we'll be done with our Exit Automation Reporting System UI as well, right? Thank you.